Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to finish my review of the speech of Julius Malema at the Nigerian Bar Association event 2 weeks ago. I've already done two reviews of different sections of his speech. Now I want to do the last one I want to do. Although there are other things I could have potentially reviewed, but I want this to be the last one. Okay. If you want me to review some other area, okay, let me know. Okay, put that in the comment section of this video. Okay. Now, this is the last part I want to review. Okay, so let's go.
Each other. Africans must always be together against the enemy forces who want to exploit our country. We are here today to reclaim our land. We want the land of Africa to be returned to Africa because it belongs to the Africans. We want the minerals of Africa to be returned to the Africans because that's where they belong. We want to build industries in Africa and process our minerals here in Africa. We've got the capacity. We must never allow the imperialist forces to divide us in order to take our minerals from us.
Wow. Let me see that there are too many different things he's talking about. So let me talk about this one. Now, he says we want that Africans should unite against the enemy who want to take African land. Okay. Now, I don't know who he's talking about because I'm Nigerian and there's no external force that is trying to take Nigerian land. Okay. So please let me know if there are people from other places outside Africa who is trying to take the land in your country. Okay, in Nigeria, I don't know any. Okay, that's one. Now, he talked about that we can use our minerals ourselves and process it, create industries. Yes, I agree with that. And I believe I've already addressed that in the first video. So I'm on board with that. But you see, I believe that anyone who has lived on the continent of Africa for centuries and has a unique African culture are Africans. That's what I believe. It doesn't matter what color they are, Arab, Asian, white people, black people. Once you and your family have lived in Africa, has mingled with the people of Africa for centuries, for me, you're African. Okay? So if there's any group outside Africa trying to take African land, let me know. Okay? Okay, let's continue.
We demand one Africa. We demand borderless Africa. We demand Africa with one president, with one currency, with one military command, with one parliament, because we know the currency of Africa will be much more stronger against the American currency. We don't care what Trump thinks of us. He will never choose a policy position for Africans. We are not subject of Trump. We must refuse to be subjects of Trump. We must stand together as the world changes and show the world that Africa is one and Africa is equal to all nations, to China, to Russia, to America. We are not just a small nation. We are a big nation. We are not a dark continent. How can we be dark when we've got diamond that is shining amongst us? We are a shining nation. I thank you.
Okay, wow. I'm laughing because it's funny. See, now he talked about bringing everybody together as one nation. Let me say this. It's not possible. And it will not be possible for at least another century, at least. Maybe 2-3 centuries, if possible. But it's not possible. You see, why I laughed is that this part of the speech sounds very naive, unfortunately. I use that word. It sounds naive. I'm talking about someone who leads a major party in a major African country. So I'm sorry if you feel that word is condescending. That's not my what I want to do, but that kind of talk is naive. In fact, when he went into a rant about Trump, was very naive too. It sounds like, see, let me use this example. If you have a bully, yes, a bully in school that is beating you, and all you can do is talk back, but yet he does what does he do? He beats you more. It's naive for you to be talking too much. If that person is actually a bully, you talking back will lead to him beating you more. Now, you keeping quiet, he will still beat you, but less than what he will beat you when you talk back to him. Now, what is the only way to get a bully off your back? Is for you to keep quiet, take the beatings, and behind, you start working on yourself. Yes, you start working on yourself till one day he beats you, you fight back. And you now say, oh, this person is strong now. So that's the only way you get a bully off your back. So if Trump was a bully, going on a rant like this is childish. Yeah, that's word. Okay, now, so let's leave that. Now, talking about one parliament, one currency, one president, it's never going to happen in the next century. Yeah. You see, these are the things I disagree with Pan-Africanists. You see, when you're talking about something so far-fetched, as if we need to do it now. No, that's not. See, that's not the first thing we need to do. What we need to do in Africa, in various African countries, is to improve the life of ordinary people, build our economies. Yes, like I said in my other videos, we have a lot of ways to collaborate, but political merger, it's not one of it. In fact, that will actually take us farther back, because that will invoke a lot of fights between tribes. Human beings are tribal. Right now, within our various countries, we know what is going on. beating us. So in Nigeria, we have over 300 tribes, and we are having a lot of issues keeping us together. And in Africa, we have over 3,000 tribes and over 2,000 languages. So you are asking us not to leave all the issues we have with 300 tribes and to expand it to 3,000. I've looked at a lot of old speech of Pan-Africanists. I have hardly ever found a prominent Nigerian politician as a Pan-Africanist. And there's a reason. We know that is a dream far, far from what our ordinary people in Nigeria want. We know the difficulties keeping ourselves together and expanding it throughout Africa. It's something that no sensible Nigerian politician will think about at this time. We need to continue working to integrate ourselves within our different countries right now. And it will take us a long time, at least the next century, if we do a good job. If we do a good job, the next century, we can start talking, okay, but what we can do is continue that economic, industrial collaborations. Little by little, little by little, little by little. Unfortunately, this section of the speech is childish and naive. And if Trump, China, Russia is listening to him, they will be laughing because they understand what he's talking about. It's never going to happen. Because it took China 5,000 years, a 5,000 year civilization, and yet they still have issues. Africa, we haven't been working together for less than, in fact, we only started working together now just before our independence from European empires. Before then, we were all mostly enemies of each other. And somehow, those former enmity is still somewhere in many of us. So talking about one president, one senate, one currency, it's all childish and naive, unfortunately. See, I won't belabor this issue. But this section of his speech, it is part of the speech I mostly discount. Okay, but as a major political figure in Africa, it doesn't say much of him. And I'm not happy seeing many in the audience, lawyers, standing and clapping as if it's something that makes sense and can be achieved. Yeah, I say that. That's my view. Unfortunately, I see them as utopian thinkers. They think anything they think about in their head can be achieved. Okay, maybe in 500 years, but not now. All right? So tell me, Do you agree with me or you agree with Julius Malema? Put it in the comment section, your view about these things, about his overall speech, and let's discuss it. All right? Please, if you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe to this channel. All right? Thank you. Bye.